Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. Let's get right into shuffling. Let's see what the vibes have for us today. So sweet. So cool, so interesting, so lovely, so nice. So we have the Fool, and then the Ten of Cups, and then the Two of Pentacles. The direct messagings I'm getting right now, don't overcomplicate things. Joy can be very, very simple for you, a lot more simple than I think you understand. Try not to make your living circumstances too complicated. This is the frequency of somebody who might be feeling overwhelmed with what their material world is throwing at them in terms of maybe obligations or in terms of obligations, man. It's like getting constant calls of, oh, I need to check in this thing with you. Oh, can you sit in admin stuff, that can get overwhelming because of how much you have to juggle. Just deal with one thing at a time, and you'll see how it compounds until you eventually either you don't get around to completing everything you wanted to, which is also always okay, regardless of deadlines. We have to there are deadlines, there are external things, whatever the fuck they are. But we have to ground ourselves in the reality of real life, that every moment is a moment happening, that you are always trying your best as a person, right? You're always trying your best. This person with their juggling and stuff, this is not somebody who's doing it lazily. They're doing it with a sincere, oh, I want to get this right, So trust that. Trust your intention as far as you can, and then leave the rest. And then try to be happy, which is so much easier said than done, especially during this time when everything is feeling super fucking chaotic. Everything is very chaotic. And I honestly think that everything globally happening on a chaotic level, that energy trickles down somehow, where it can trigger someone to be in a different mind state than they would have been if maybe there was no global chaos. We weren't in World War III and everything was chilled. Now, because we are basically in the middle of a global collapse, people's mindsets are different. They're changing. So the people up top are making different decisions, and all of that is trickling down to everyone at the bottom, but everywhere. You know what? We're all being affected. We're all being affected by this, by the vibes. Timeless intention, though, so I may be talking to someone who's just experiencing a lot of whoa right now, regardless of what's happening outside. Directly. You can only control what you can, and you can't control what you can't, and you can't cover everything. You're just human, so try your best. Just try your best, see what happens, see what lands, and you know what I mean? You don't always be so stressed about anything, regardless of what it is, honestly. Everything, this is also giving the frequency of of just laughing. Just try laughing. When you when you when you're dealing with a problem, I'm sure we've seen all these videos of you're doing your task and then suddenly you remember the problem. Or you just remember, and you go, heal. That's all you can do. And try to add a laugh in there too, because something about that might be very helpful and alchemical for your healing and for your processing and for letting go. This is a situation that you need to let go of, but you seem to think that you need to hold on tightly and try to do everything you can. No, you have to let go, and you have to just try to be as happy as possible, and everything will work itself out. Or it won't. And then what? You know what I mean? Then you're going to just keep trying and keep going. Do you know? That's the point. Yeah. Things can only get you down if you let them. It's really all up to you. I'm going to shuffle from the Intuitive Tarot. And then read the interpretation and leave it at that. The directness of this is giving mostly that, especially of these two cards, it's the overall vibe really is, and I don't want to invalidate anything that you may be going through, but generally the overall vibe of these cards is from the universe, fuck your worries, girl. Just be happy. If you've ever been to Sunset Sunday, Everybody knows the vibe of how it feels to be at sunset, and specifically that energy of like, who cares about this? Who cares about anything else that's going on outside of sunset? Just be here at sunset, you know? Just be here right now. Be here right now. Doesn't matter. You're always trying your best. Wow, very interesting. What is that? 3 of discs again, but it's in reverse this time. Wait, so what are we saying here? Okay. So we're getting the moon and the 3 of discs. We're getting the moon 3 discs again. I don't know when, I don't know in which platform I posted this, but it's somewhere where these 2 things are a theme. And them being here with the star beneath the deck is supporting that statement. But I keep, as I say this, as I try to deliver this message, I'm feeling a pushback inside someone. Like I'm feeling the worry pushing back, you know? You're hearing me tell you, it's okay, just be happy, you're trying your best, la 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 la. And there's something in you that's likely saying, that's delusion though. It's not delusion, babe. I'm not telling you to be delusional. That's not the message here. There's a way to be more joyful in general, overall, that will have to necessitate us as human beings relinquishing this hyper obsessive control we think we need to have over our lives. It's psychological and it affects the way you live. Like it affects your day to day, your doobie-doos. Something about your everyday needs to be, I don't know what this word is. I don't know what the action is, but there's a staleness inside, or there's a worry, or there's an anxiety inside. You are being invited with the presence of these 2 cards to whoosh it over with joy and happiness, and with the active decision to like basically believe in God. It's not delusion though. It's not delusion. But you have to work through understanding that. I can only tell you that being delusional and believing in God and thinking that everything is going to work out and you don't have to do much and just life is easy, doing that, it's not delusion. It sounds like it, but it really isn't. And there's a way that you can psychologically break everything down to understand what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I will, baby. Hold on. So, like, when I say that, when I describe connection to divinity, I'm talking about logic. I'm talking about science. But we each have to bridge our gaps of understanding between divine, God, and real life. The bridge is psychological work. It's learning, it's being willing to openly process and look at the way you experience your life, understand how it is that your thoughts affect your living experience. Do the whole thing, the whole shebang. This card in reverse, it fell out in reverse. I first checked and it felt more like it'd be relevant upright. But I do feel called to touch on it in reverse, as it feels like that might also be the resisting energy, or the part of you that feels like worrying is helpful. Or like if you don't worry, the worrying, I'm getting the frequency of someone who thinks that worrying is to their benefit. Like that's how you make sure that everything goes okay, is by worrying and stressing and checking. No, babe. No, babe. That's not it. So we have in reverse psychic invasion, delusion, deception, failure of nerve, leaving you vulnerable and unstable, inability to stand on your own, existential doubt, a feeling that you have no reality, are merely the reflection of someone's light, grandiosity, paranoia, megalomania. Yeah. Watch out for all of that. And the direct solve, I'm telling you, is this delusional connection to the divine. into faith, into the fact that everything's going to work out. It always does. Every time. And you can look back at your life and look at the evidence. You know what I mean? It's always there. Thank you for watching. I'm going to cut it here. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next reading.